welcome back. It is... Are you going to say something to me? You smiled and nodded your head.
It's not in my head. Ready for a podcast.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. We're recording on a Tuesday afternoon. I just tried some Taco Bell for the first time, and my stomach is the third person of this podcast today. Can you hear it? It's like,
You've had a weird thing in your stomach your entire life.
I know, but it's not that. It's just gurgling because I put garbage inside of it.
Fun fact, Jen can actually push her stomach in, and it makes like Oscar the Grouch sounds. Sounds like Gary when he's hungry.
Okay. So what it is I actually went to the doctor as a child because I was like, Mom, I have a hole in my stomach. Like 1,000%. But you're right. When I take a deep breath and then, what's that called? Inhale, exhale. It like pushes the air, I guess. And it's like I can control it.
It makes like internal fart sounds.
It's internal fart sounds.
I've never seen anyone.
I think I do it when I don't have a lot in my stomach. Yeah, maybe.
The other night, you're like,
okay, we need some more context there. It was like evening. It wasn't like nighttime. I wasn't like, hey, babe, come check this out.
No, you were just standing up.
Yeah.
Riveting.
Anyway.
You got a riveting story.
I got my haircut this morning.
Looks good.
I had to make an announcement in the house being like, hey guys, it's just me. I'm not an intruder because I look so different, right? From my haircut. Yes.
I thought we had a guest on for a moment when I first walked in here. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I was like, who's this lady?
Yeah. Thank you.
I was like, she looks like my wife, but something's different.
Yes. Drastically.
I cut like if I see you and I'm like, you're hotter, then do I think the older version of you is that like rude to say? If I was like, oh, you look hot.
I'm temporarily improved. Huh. I think.
All right.
I'm hotter right now?
Well, what if I thought you were a guest and I'm like, she's hotter than my wife?
No.
But it is you.
Immediately cannot say that. Nope. You keep
but it still is you. It's still you though, right?
I know you would never. I think I had to wait till like year 14 of marriage for you to admit if a celebrity was attractive, which Mila Kunis, I still remember to this day.
I mean, she's pretty. Absolutely
nothing alike. Like night and day.
I think, there's a lot of beautiful redheads out here, but I already have the apex redhead, so why would I?
Okay.
It's hard to look at anyone else.
Okay, whatever.
It's,
it's so full of crap.
Meh.
Whatever.
Her isn't. Oh, that died? I know. I judge you instantly.
So here's the deal. Why I think it feels so different to me when I get my hair trimmed. I got curtain. If you're not watching on YouTube and you can't see this hairdo, well, that's sad, but I'll describe it for you. It's the exact same hair I had when I woke up this morning.
Just cut.
Just trimmed a little bit, yeah. I have curtain bangs on it. I have, I did like 1/4 of an inch. Do you know how much my hair grew in 9 months?
3 feet.
No, that's not physically possible. 6 inches.
That's pretty good.
That's what you're supposed well, I looked up, I did ask the internet, and they said in your 30s, average with a healthy hormonal balance, which, can't be me.
Hey, your numbers are looking better.
That's true. It's better now.
You got some good results recently.
It's better now, but it's 6 inches is what you like. That's the high end. Okay. And that's a year. I got 6 inches in 9 months.
It's impressive.
Shout out
to
Glow.
Glow.
Shout out to Glow. Yeah. Shameless plug.
I got my haircut.
For real. You did.
Mm-hmm. The end. It's the same.
I was
shorter. I had a nice mullet going on. I was kind of enjoying it.
I kind of like the long hair. So it kind of flips out behind the hat, except then when you don't wear a hat, you just look like a marshmallow.
That's the right analogy. That's what I was going for.
Like poofy and square. But when you wear a hat, it's real cute, long.
It's like a one-piece hat, like a Lego headpiece.
Yeah. You said it, not me.
I wish that was a thing. That would be really easy if you just had your gun hairs.
It's called a wig, Mike. It's called a wig.
Take your other one off. It's like a hat. Just click, click.
Clicks on.
It clicks on and doesn't get out of place. Looks perfect. I can invent this. A wig with wigs don't look real. Lego headpieces look real, at least.
Well, some wigs nowadays do look real. They're put on like rubber skin and stuff.
Okay.
Not like real skin,
and stuff.
But rubber and stuff.
You know what I was playing around with today? ChatGPT added this new thing where you can do color surveys. Remember you told me to do a color
You were not in your office with the door shut doing a color analysis.
I did it on the toilet this morning.
Oh,
it's a perfect place to do it. You take a picture, check your color.
You did a color analysis while you were pooping.
Afterwards, but yeah. It was good. Guess what my colors are?
I know what your colors are.
What?
They're everything I've told you.
What are they?
Deep navy blue.
Yes, that was number 1. Number 2.
I've told you.
Number 2.
Hunter green and maroon are really good, nice
maroon
on you.
was in the middle. It was
like a deep green.
Charcoal was there.
Yes, charcoal looks great on you.
Guess what was not recommended for me?
Black. Or I'm sorry, white.
Yes, white was like one of the worst.
Yeah.
And I like white shirts.
No, I know that about you.
And apparently I look dead.
You do. It washes you out. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other one was
white also
yellow.
White washes me out unless I'm really tan.
It said yellow, and then like the last one was like a neon pink, which I was grateful that wasn't my number 1. Like, dang it, now I gotta get neons, which has kind of been cool because of like you'd be like, why are you so flamboyant now, Mike? You're like, well, according to chat, my poop chat time.
Poop chat. To my poop chat analysis, I should be wearing hot pink.
Yeah, you just upload. I uploaded. It was like little cell. It was one of the pictures we had from vacation.
I'm glad you did that because you know what? One of the colors that looks so bad on you that you continue to want to wear is like that baby sky blue.
Oh, the blue, that was actually okay though. All the blue tones were in there.
No. Oh, light blue is your worst of the blue.
I'll show you what.
Show me.
What the AI master said.
Show me. I can tell you with just my eyeballs that aren't AI that you don't look your best in light blue.
Well, it was mostly dark colors.
Yes. You are like me. We're very autumn, like deep jewel tones.
Yeah. It's like our personalities.
Deep jewel tones?
Yes. I hear that quite often about me.
You have a jewel tone personality?
Yeah, that was actually in my yearbook in high school.
Okay. Well, today is our finale episode of this season. We'll take a quick break in the summer and we'll be back when the kids start school.
It won't be a long break.
It'll be a couple of months.
Let's promise it won't be as long as the last break.
It won't be 2 years. We'll give you that. No, August is when we're going to come back, when the kids go back to school. Gives us time for our schedule, but we're taking a break just for everybody in the summertime. My producer, editor, same person.
We got a lot of travel.
We have a lot of travel. So, but I thought it would be fun. We had quite a few questions, so to save time and to keep it moving, we printed them on paper. I thought it would be fun if I said a question and then you said a question, and we just go back and forth.
These are really like pro.
Haley.
Good job, Haley.
It's just a
nice.
It's just
I know, but they have like borders. I feel like I'm on a talk show now. This is great.
They are very nice. Well done, Haley.
You should have had like the You, Me, and Mike logo on the back of each one of them, and
next time.
Okay, thank you.
I wanted it to be like us not see them, so she pulled some of the best.
Yeah, I just saw I literally only seen one question that I'm actually reading.
Well, it's okay if you see it now, Mike. I just wanted it to be like.
Well, I'm going to have to see them when I read them.
Yes, correct.
That's how eyes work. Oh my gosh. Unless it's Braille, I guess.
Okay, here we go. We are going out. Do you want me to start? Or you want me to?
You got the card. Go. You're ready to roll.
Okay. Tashley Cruisin asks, "What is the strongest?" Oh no, I already jacked it up. Dang it! What is the strangest or oldest thing in your fridge?
Oh man,
I'm gonna have to call my mom. Let's phone a friend because my mom cleaned out my fridge with me in January.
It was bizarre.
And I'm gonna call her and see if she answers.
I know we had a spice from before we were married that was in.
Well, it says fridge.
I know.
I'm gonna call her.
But we had there was a lot of 18-year-old spice.
She's in the middle of working, but she's at least at home.
We're phoning a friend for this.
Phoning a mom.
Hello.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Yes, it's afternoon though.
Well, I always say good morning, Mom. You know this. Even if it's like 9 p.m. I have a quick question for you.
By the way, you're on the air.
By the way, you're being recorded for a podcast episode in the mic right now. But we're recording an episode and people asked questions, like random questions. And this one came up. What is the strangest or oldest thing in your fridge? And I was like, I think we should phone my mother because in January she helped me clean out my fridge. Do you remember how old the oldest condiment was in my fridge by chance?
No, but I would always go with chicken. Chicken is always the destroyer in your refrigerator.
It really is. It's true. The stink.
But that wasn't that bad.
Always chicken.
We didn't have like ridiculously old chicken left.
No, we have. It gets really stinky. And Mom's like, Jen, something's dead, like a chicken.
Yeah, but that probably just happened because we were out of town.
We always try to talk ourselves into something green. It's never something green.
It's always chicken. You're right. I mean, do you remember by chance the oldest spice whenever we were cleaning out the spices? Because that one went back in time. 2000.
2013, probably.
2013. Gross.
fun.
Awesome. Thanks, Mom.
Cool.
I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your workday.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, well,
2013 Spice.
I thought there was. I
That's
swear
13
there
years
was
old.
one before 2010.
Hold on. 2013 is
Vaughn's
when
age.
Vaughn was born.
Yeah.
So it's like I just got really busy and I forgot to come back to that spice.
Well, we probably were using it for when you were like hand pureeing his food and adding some cumin for it and stuff.
He's really not mocking me because I did do that. Like with the first kid, I was like, everything has to be homemade. And I made all of his purees and then realized he hated the puree texture. He wouldn't eat. And so then I did what was called like baby-led weaning was a thing back then. And he went, remember, straight to little solid foods at 6 months. So he skipped the baby food.
He
and
liked his
went
pouches though.
straight-
We did do those.
No, he didn't have many pouches. Berkeley and Vivi loved the pouches.
Pouch?
Yes, it was like a treat, and they were vegetables.
What-
Okay, so that's my question.
Okay, I know, though, just going back to that, we were supposed to do a challenge of like name that food. Remember Haley bought a bag of
Oh, that's
food?
still in the fridge.
Is that still in the
It
fridge?
is.
Because I haven't opened it up, and that's probably
Haley, we should have you check on that. Wasn't that back like in the fall? It's still there.
because you're like, don't throw that stuff away. So it's
Yeah.
literally on the bottom drawer, in the bag still. And every time I put something there, I'm like, I don't know if I'm supposed to throw this away.
She's saying we still need to do it.
I honestly have never opened it up. I don't even, so that would probably be it.
That's probably it.
All right.
All right. what
Okay,
you
here's
got?
my question. This is from Samasi 919.
Okay.
Samasi 919. If you could go anywhere with just the two of you, where would you go?
I want to do Europe. Just the two of us eventually.
Okay, that's continent.
Wait, what was the question?
Anywhere, like narrow it down.
Yeah, I just want to go to Europe somewhere. I don't care where. I guess Italy, but that's like so like everyone wants to go to Italy. So I think
Why would that be weird? That's an awesome location.
yeah,
Italy's awesome. Super nice.
I want to go to Hawaii with you.
Did you know one thing about Italy? Is
Well,
that
I don't
the
know.
pasta in Italy does not make you bloated like it does in the United
We know
States?
that. My mom said that, and Haley.
Yeah. There's like people that have like gluten intolerance, they don't have
Yeah.
the same type of bloating. It has to do with the wheat.
I know.
Heirloom wheat.
Yes.
We bleach wheat. I saw a video about how we make our wheat.
Yeah.
It's gross.
No.
Or our flour.
The bleached flour.
Ridiculous.
It's awful.
It makes no sense.
I don't know why we do it. I mean, I'm sure there's a
Lasts
reason.
longer, it makes better texture on it. Probably higher profit margin. Glyphosate, you know what glyphosate is? Roundup.
No.
They literally take flour or wheat that's done once they have the berries out. They spray glyphosate, which is a pesticide agent on top of it to dry it out. So they basically use it for the like to keep the weeds away, then put it on it because it just dries it out almost instantly. And it's horrible for you.
Horrible.
Horrible.
It's horrible.
I could go on and on about that, but that needs to go away.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know why
bad.
we do it. I know why we do it. It has to do with the economy.
Still, I don't know why we do half the things we do.
Okay, so Italy. I
do you
want
wanna go?
to. I want to go. I'd also pick an overseas trip. So I've been to Europe. Where I would like to take you, I'd want to see you in Tokyo with me. I'd
Why?
like to see, I don't know, because I think that you would like. You've never been one to say like thinking want to go to somewhere in Asia, but I think Tokyo would be a really cool city.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really. I've never been to East Asia, so I think it'd be awesome.
Is Tokyo kind of like New York City?
Yeah. Yes, but it's had
Same vibes?
Kinda, but it's also crazy and like tons of. I mean, the culture's, westernized, but it's adjacent. There's a lot of difference in the culture.
Huh. You think they'd like try
Amazing
to touch
food.
my hair?
Don't think that that's their thing that people would be like.
No, I heard it is.
I don't think
My
so. I
friend
doubt
Amber-
that would happen in Tokyo.
My friend Amber went to. Oh, where'd she go? She went somewhere.
But I think you would maybe a remote
But she's
village.
blonde, and they kept asking her if they could touch her hair.
Huh.
She was not in a remote village. She was in Hong Kong. It was Hong Kong.
That's China.
I know, but it's Hong Kong.
I don't know. We should go and find out.
You know where I want to go?
Where?
You can come or not. I don't care. But I want to. I want to go to Scotland.
Oh, yeah,
because
me too.
apparently,
Let's go.
Scotland
the land of the redheads?
Yes, not even Ireland. I always thought it was Ireland, but I read somewhere Scotland actually. Is it Scotland that has the highest population?
Can you do a Scottish accent?
No,
Scottish?
not going to do that. Scottish.
That's
Scottish.
That's not.
Oh, that's
Scottish.
British.
That's British.
That's British. Yeah, they kind of like, can I have a bottle of water?
The only
Like that?
no, that's still that'd be like
Vaughn and I do that together. We're like, bottle of water, and it just progressively gets worse.
Remember the character from Austin Powers, the big guy?
Yes.
Get in my belly.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's probably far off from like actual accent. If that's
Apparently
your
his
true
and
north.
Michael Myers' family is from Scotland. I'm pretty sure that's where he's
What country has the highest
fact check
population
me on that one.
of redheads? I'm pretty sure it's Scotland or it's Greenland, one of the two. Ireland, it's exactly what I said wasn't. Ireland, 13% of the population has natural red hair. It's the highest percentage of the world. Close behind is Scotland, which is 10%.
Yeah.
Both countries have a very high percentage of people carrying the MC1R gene variant associated with red hair, even if they don't have red hair themselves. Globally, redheads are rare, only 1% of the world's population.
Yeah. I was gonna say the.
Can you 13%? Could you? I want to go there. I mean,
You're just gonna.
I've never been in a room with more than maybe two.
People are gonna be like, "Where's Jen?" Just
Yeah,
gonna like
I just blend in.
You blend in.
Wild. I think about that, and I think about like sitting in a college class in the big riser rooms where like 400 seats, like 400, and I'm the only redhead in the entire room. That's like stuff I would every once in a while like look around and I'm like, there's no one with red hair in this whole entire room of 400 people. Like to be in streets seeing multiple redheads, I think I would just laugh. I'd like geek out. It's like I've never seen it before. You don't think about it the same way because you don't understand. But like when someone doesn't have your same hair color ever, like you notice them. Like when I'm in Walmart and I see one, I'm like, and then we like look at each other and it's like a flirty thing and then we stop. I don't know what to tell you. It's weird.
Is it like the, Jeeps have their wave? When people have Jeeps, they're supposed to wave to each other. Motorcycles do that too.
No,
as well.
I think it's more rare. It's different.
Do you guys just have like a secret head nod?
Kind of. Like I walked by a little girl who had red hair at, where was it? Maybe a school or something I was at. And she was like looking down and she like looked, she was like, it is. And I'm like, you even from a young age, you're like not used to seeing like people with your same hair color. It's like a real thing. I'm not kidding.
So there's just like extended eye contact.
And it's not a choice. Like our brain does it. Like you double take. I don't do that with anything or anyone else unless someone was like naked. Okay, I did do that too. Totally. I was like mesmerized. All right, next question. Would you rather? Okay, this is good. Would you rather look like poop or smell like poop? Super Kels F asked that. Would you rather look like poop or smell like poop?
I mean, like physically look like poop, like a giant walking poop emoji.
Like a turd.
Be kind of awesome because then everyone would be like, "There's the poop guy." You'd probably have a lot of jobs on TV and things like that. You would have a lot of opportunities for that. Whereas smelling like poop, no one would want you.
No one will.
It's not really something.
No one would want you because it's like you look like a normal person that just doesn't bathe.
Really stink, like you
poop.
Now here's the hack: is like I would carry a fake baby around with me all the time. Dirty. So then people would be like, "Oh, he's just dirty diaper guy." That would be my hack if you had to do it.
Dirty diaper guy.
Dude, that guy's kid stinks
all the time. He's neglecting the diaper.
He's had a newborn for 10 years now.
It's true though. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
You can't get away with smell. I guess. Yeah. Sorry, I just smell like.
Now,
poop.
if it's just looking like poop, you look like a slob. Again, you probably. I don't know. It wouldn't want either. But
what if you're like
poop though? You can't get away from it.
No, but what if you're like a tiny little poop ball? Like when you're dehydrated, you're like 2 feet on the ground. You're like a little chicken nugget.
And I'd rather smell like poop.
Really?
I don't want to be a chicken nugget.
I mean, there's a lot of specifics.
Again. Your work by being a physical poop like Mr. Hanky in life, you got a lot of job opportunities.
That's true.
Smelling
there could
like
be worse
poop,
things.
Limiting. That's all I would say.
Gosh, I don't want to pick.
Jen would choose both.
I guess I'd rather smell like poop, and I would just like douse myself in perfume. What? You can't get away from it. Okay.
You literally,
that makes sense.
All you're going to smell like is, if you walked around with a big turd and put your perfume on it, it's going to smell worse.
I guess either way, if you walk around looking like poop and you can't do anything about it, finding someone to be with you and 24/7, if you constantly smell like poop's probably not happening. So at that point, I'd rather just be a celebrity little walking poop turdlet.
And again, or you just have like if you're slobbish, that's why you say look like poop. Like I look like poop in the morning. You know, you say that.
No, I'm thinking they like
literally.
Mean, like, do you literally want to look like a turd, or do you want to smell like a turd?
Well,
I guess I'm going to look
turd,
like.
It changes the context.
So are we going to? We're both poops. If you're poop, I'm a poop.
There you go. We're both poops.
Okay,
happily
we're poops.
In Hollywood.
And then we'll get married, and we'll be so. The fame will
TV
be.
Show. Poop happens. That'd be our show.
Poop happens.
Poop happens.
I think we could work on that title. It's a working title.
Well, it'd be S happens, but that would be the name of the show. But I changed it to Poop happens. S happens. That's the.
How about like the Turdricks?
Ooh. Ah, there you go.
Keeping up with the Turdricks. Stupid.
I hope that's actually happening. That's the name of the show, and I hope
wanted to soft
I hope
launch
that's
it.
picked up by some sort of fake news person with all the other fake news articles.
Oh, you want
that we've been picked up with keeping up with the Turdricks.
Please write about it.
It's coming next year. That's actually why we're taking the summer off to film that.
This episode of You, Me, and Mike is brought to you by Cozy Earth. You know that question, who actually creates the comfort that makes the house feel like home? And I think if you were to ask most people that question, they're probably going to tell you it's mom. It's the person who's making sure everything is cozy and taken care of in all of those little everyday moments. And that's why I love Cozy Earth so much, because everything they make is designed around those moments you don't always think about, but you use them constantly. For me right now, it's their towels, their sheets I've always loved, and their cuddle blanket. The towels are one of those things that sounds very small, but it definitely does make a difference in your day. They're super soft, they're really absorbent, and they actually stay that way. You don't wash them one time and then regret the purchase. They just feel really good every single time you use them. And the cuddle blanket is always at the foot of our bed. It's lightweight, but still cozy, so you can use it year round. And it's one of the things I grab at night really without even thinking about it. It's just one of those brands where everything feels made specifically to make your home feel better and cozier in those small ways, which is why it also makes a great Mother's Day gift, because it's something she'll actually use every single day. So if you want to try it out, go to cozyearth.com/redhead and use code REDHEAD for 20% off your order. Again, that's COZYEARTH.com/REDHEAD and use code REDHEAD for 20% off.
How do you handle different life goals and prioritize? Let's try that word again. How do you keep up with different life goals and priorities in your marriage? How to compromise without resentment. That is from Nevermont, Nevermont.
I think we both have the same life goals, wouldn't you say? Right?
I mean, I think most of our goals, short term, and even long term, revolve around our family.
Yeah.
Revolve around that structure and our faith and all things like that. That's the common thing as far as sort of like long term goals. Like, I want to get my golf pro card.
I thought you were going to say your back shots that you need.
That I do. I need to get them done.
So your
because I'm not going to be able to go pro on golf at the age of 50 by just picking up golf this year, it's a good goal.
Right.
Just like you're going to be a tennis pro.
Yes.
Different goals.
Going to be.
Are.
Thank you. I think those are solid goals.
Well, but how would you compromise if you have different life goals?
Do you hear my stomach?
I did hear that one.
It's like, okay.
I think everyone has, here's the thing, is I think life goals, hopefully in a marriage,
are together.
That's super important.
That
is going to be a hard one because you're in the long-term scheme of things with that partner. And if one person wants to live in Europe after the kids go away and the person's like, no, I'm moving to where my daughter's moving and there's no compromise, that could be a hard thing to figure out. And I think if that is the goal of, to like retire or get off the grid and the other person is a different thing, that probably could cause some friction.
Right.
Where one person wants to retire early and the other person's like, I'm going to work forever.
Yeah.
That could probably cause friction, right?
Yeah,
because you're
sure.
misaligned. So on the phase, I think, how would you work together to compromise without resentment? You have to go in the mindset that compromise can often create resentment because you have to give something up. So
Right.
it's to come in the mindset of unselfishness.
Right.
And knowing that you're going to have to give something up just like that other person is, that
Right.
you're never going to be fully getting maybe 100% of what you want, but that's not the goal of the marriage. It's about what you want. It's
Also,
it's about not what you are.
Yeah.
It's about what you are together. That should be the long-term goal.
Right.
The individual selfishness, the death of that
Selfishness.
needs to happen in a marriage, in my opinion, because when a relationship works best is when it's reborn into something that you're growing together, a
Right.
life together. Now you have to have your individual likes and desires and wants. That's
Correct.
normal and healthy. It's okay to have your own friends. Like that's normal.
Well, and I think even just like, not to make it like faith-based, we are Christians, but I feel like the whole calling of what we are as people and 100% what we're supposed to be as a united front in a marriage is putting yourself secondary
Yep.
to others, and especially in a marriage. So like if someone wanted to retire and someone didn't, the person who doesn't want to retire is like, I don't want to just wither away and be done with my life.
Right.
That's boring. So then I would think we'd come up with a plan of like, when you retire, if if you retire, we are going to have all our days filled out with this. We're going to go, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put in action. And that way I think it helps that person kind of jump to the life goal, feeling like they're in something still and they're being active versus like quitting just without a plan. I guess that could be like the compromise. Or do they work a little bit longer and then maybe the person's okay traveling with another family member while the other one wants to try, I feel like there's compromise there.
Yeah.
But I feel like in order for it to make it happen, both people have to be like, okay, what will I give to meet in the middle? Am I giving them more time before they retire? Am I giving them a promised 2 years of like, I'm doing all the trip planning and I'm going to keep us busy? Like, what's the thing that you're bringing?
Yep.
I always think of like bringing something to the table. What is it?
And I think that's about open dialogue, especially again, if it is a marriage, which this is specifically asked about, like that's a commitment that's beyond just a early dating relationship. And there's a point where like, okay, hopefully the dialogue of trust and honesty have to come into place where if somebody has a different priority, let's just go back to let's say someone's priority is like their career is a priority and the other person's like, well, your family should be your priority.
Right.
It could be sometimes perspective where you think that person's saying the career is a priority.
Right.
But their perspective is that I have to work to provide.
Yeah.
And if I don't provide for them, then I'm not prioritizing my family.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
could see that.
finding out like basically why you would think that's the priority and find out if there's a fear behind it. Because say somebody wants to retire and the person's like, we don't have enough money. And that's coming to the point of like, well, if your fear of going off of a fixed income or going off of the savings and something that satisfaction you have of going to work and bringing income, it does, I'm sure people in that retirement phase, there's a different level of fear you probably deal with that point, or like, hey, you're in together and you planned it out and you're like, let's go.
Yeah.
But I think that's finding out whether it's a fear that's holding you back or it's a misunderstanding of what that priority is, because it might be directed where they think it's in the right one.
Right.
And then and having that dialogue of like, well, way you're doing it, the way this is going, it is become so far much, but like, it's very easy I can speak for guys, at least for me, because I am a guy, in my mindset, not all the men, but a lot of men, it's like, we're wired so much about your career, your progression, particularly my generation, Gen X, it's like, work hard, continue to work your butt off, provide for your family. That is the first priority as a man, a husband, is to bring that to the table to your family. Now, likewise, having kids a little bit older for me was great as well, because I had the flexibility of spending a lot more time with them about your career taking off and to be able to have a lot more flexibilities where we have a very different perspective of you working and me working, but both of us having ridiculous amount of flexibilities to be there at every moment for our kids, which is blessed beyond anything. I'm grateful for that, right? Could we have done more with our careers? Well, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Well, for sure.
For sure I could have.
Yeah. That's not even.
I'm like thinking about like, I did miss a few things here and there when I was filming and I was like, this is not okay.
Jen, you had another season. You'd have another show. There's things at the businesses that we could have done. There's things that we do intentionally slow because the priority, at least for us, is not to have to sprint for the gain of the financial when it's like, when is enough?
Yeah.
What is it right? And again, I think that if it comes down to the priorities of really understanding that, and I don't know the circumstance that this person would be bringing up, but it's finding out, is it a perspective? Is there a real priority misalignment? And if there really is absolute priority misalignments, that's almost like, to me, it's like, that's an intervention type thing. Like, hey, we got to go talk to our counselor about this because we can't find a common ground on this.
No, I think it's so simple. There's one word that if you figure out and master how to do it together, I know this is like a bold statement, but I feel like you can conquer anything. I truly feel this, and it's just communication.
Yeah.
It's literally, and I know that sounds easy and like cliche, but it's shocking how it's not easy for, I would say, most people. I mean, we even like listen to friends and stuff sometimes, and like they're the comfortability of just saying exactly how you feel at any given moment is not there, and it has to be the right time, or they have to be in an okay mood. And that's just so unfortunate, because what I think worked for us and what works well, if I like compare it to other people, or if I hear someone talking and I'm like, man, that stinks, and I'm glad you're not, this sounds awful, that I'm not like judging them, but I'll hear things and I'm like, man, that really stinks for them. I'm glad Mike doesn't respond that way. Is kind of like how I think about it. Is typically when I bring things, or all the time really, even if it takes like a minute for you to sink in and you come back 30 minutes later and you're like, I hear you and you're right, is being open to hearing the other person's perspective. Like I go back to a few years back when I was like, sat you down, and maybe it was my delivery too, because I have to like think about before I bring up touchy things. I'll even like preface it with like, hey, I don't want you to get mad. I'm not trying to come at this in anger, because I instantly feel like it puts the needle in the balloon and kind of deflates instant like puff up with anyone really, man or woman. But I remember being like, you're working full time, I'm working full time, so why am I the one feeling like I have to juggle all the kids' schedule just because I'm the mom? And you were like, but you're not. I'm like, but I am, because I'm the one thinking about like, okay, for example, Berkeley has soccer. If I have work, or we have something else, I'm the one that has to figure out like the ride or how she gets there. Why is that on me? Why don't you think about that? You remember that? And you were like, I don't know. And I'm like, it's crazy how these gender roles are kind of just that way.
But it did evolve. I mean, to our circumstance. I mean,
hold on, let me finish this thought real quick. So my point is just communicating that. The minute I communicated that, not in a bitchy, mean way of just like, hey, why is it fair that I have to think about that and do what you're doing, which is working full time, just because I'm a woman? Like, you were like, no, I get that. I've honestly never really thought about it. And I'm like, that's kind of my whole point, you know? And you were like, no, I totally get it. And so since then, Vaughn took on managing Vaughn's schedule, and if he had practice or something, Mike took on Vaughn's. Yes, Mike took on Vaughn's.
Vaughn doesn't manage his own schedule.
He does not. He would never be there. Mike,
he won't there.
For the most part, Mike, like if Vaughn has a practice, if Vaughn, anything attached to Vaughn, Mike has to figure out how to get him there, and if he can't get them there, he finds him a ride. Like he is in charge of Vaughn's activities, whereas I took on the girls. It's definitely the heavier lift because Berkeley does everything under the sun, and I manage the girls, and just taking one kid off, I looked at him and I'm like, I want to function as a true team.
Right.
Because you keep saying we're a team, and I know we're a team. I know what you mean. We're married and we have a solid marriage. But we're not actually 50-50 right now, and I need help because I felt like they were late all the time. We're dropping balls. And don't you say, like, now that we have, like, what we know what we're doing, it's like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Every day of the week, we know what we're supposed to be doing.
And it's not like this is like, when Jen says it's the Mike does Vaughn, Jen does the girls. It's not like, I mean,
we make it to all the games.
Yeah, I coach Berkeley's softball team, so there's certain activities that take priority, and Jen's always involved with Vaughn stuff and wants to go to games, and we'll swap out, like, if they got games at the same time, and I've gone in the last two Vaughns and not to Berkeley's, we'll swap out and tag out, and so that way we can still be connected to both. But there's a lot of, like, that concurrent, we're in that absolute chaos season with kids, and I know there's other people out there as well, and if you're in place where there's just, I mean, so many activities now that you can do.
Here's like the perfect example. It's Saturday. We have anywhere from 4 to 6 games. If something happens with Vaughn's game, it gets delayed, it gets changed location. I don't even think about it because I know Mike's on it. Yeah. Like, that's nice.
Going back, it's really going
nice.
Back to what you said, I think, which was where I appreciate, and I've told a lot of people that I know, it's the one thing I know with Jen, and I appreciate this about you, is it's also part of your Enneagram and it's part of your personality. It's like you don't hold things in. You may not always sugarcoat it.
And it may not be nice all the time.
No, it doesn't mean, no, here's the thing is, but you don't mean it to be mean.
I truly
You never
don't.
come in intention to be like, you suck or fix this. And then I do remember that conversation because I was like, yeah, I mean, that's true. Kind of like thinking, I was like, okay. Because we went from where I was the only one that was working full time.
Right.
And then it evolved.
Yeah.
And then it was like, and the routine kept
And it
going
just
up for me.
kinda
I'm
happened.
like, well, I'm still busy.
Yeah. It just kind of happened where I was working full time and still managing all the things as a stay-at-home mom. And I was like getting so stressed. And I was like, wait, this isn't fair. Like, I just woke up one day.
Yeah.
But you're right. It evolved. And my whole point of the story was like, it's so nice to have a partner I can come to and be like, I'm not attacking you. You're not doing anything wrong. This is how I feel. Can you help me? And that's it. And I think it takes two parties. It takes, let's just go between our situation. The man, Mike, being open to one, stepping up and freaking helping, because I'm sorry, but that's part of being a man to me. Being a man is if
I don't mind babysitting my kids.
Your wife comes to you and is like, I am drowning. Help me with the kids. What?
I said, I don't mind babysitting our kids.
Oh gosh, we're canceled. We're done. But
that's a joke, by the way. That's
I'm sorry, this sounds cliche. It takes a real man to be able to be like, yeah, I will help you. I'll do what you need me to do. I don't care if it's typically like your gender role or whatever. It's so stupid. I feel like gender roles are kind of like not what they used to be whatsoever. Wouldn't you say a ton of our friends and families function how we function?
Yeah. Oh, it's
a ton. Or the dads are even more present at the school stuff because the mom's working. Yeah. Like it trades off.
Yeah. I mean, I know what works for us.
Yeah.
And wouldn't want it any other way, the way that we do things. I know every family has their own dynamics and circumstances. I know people that travel a lot and they're able to do that, and that's their priorities. And one spouse picks up the slack of mainly the homemaker and homekeeper, and that's a real job. That is hands down a legitimate full-time job.
I think, again, back to communication is priorities, life goals. I feel like if at any point you feel like you're like surprised by someone's motive or like life goal or whatever, that's not good. I feel like it's a conversation that we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
What you just on any given Tuesday, guys, after the kids go to bed, look at your husband or wife and be like, where do you see your job in like 5 years? Like we ask those kind of random questions that bring us into like, and I think that's not just something you talk about before marriage. Yes, talk about it before marriage. Oh my gosh. But also know that just because you talk about it in marriage and you agree, things drastically shift as you get older and as you have kids, and the people can change, and that's not bad.
Yeah. I've talked about this in the podcast before. The best thing that happened to me was being turned down for a promotion with Abbott.
Yeah.
It was the best. Because I would have kept chasing that ladder.
Right.
And who knows, and this thing where like time in your career and whatnot, and it allowed me to reflect and actually start to kind of rethink about where I wanted my career to go and what I actually wanted, as opposed to chasing the idea of just moving up to move up because that's what you do and that's that whole thing. It's like, I'm sure, I was stayed with the company. I'm sure I would have been promoted. It was just like, I was ready now. It had to be my timeline. And that was humbling to me, but at the same time reflected because it did allow, to say is the belief of prayer to me. It's like God does answer your prayers. Doesn't always answer it the way you want.
Yeah.
But he answered it exactly how he should have answered it because it allowed us to this place where your career was able to take off. I was the flexibility to be able to we were comfortable in our life through, we had successes prior, and then I stepped away and then we explored the entrepreneurial side. Yeah. And it created a lot of ability for us to explore where I believe God's purpose and path has had us through those things. But that changed. Because if you'd asked me that 4 years before that, I'm like, well, I'm going to keep going on. I'm going to be moving up the vice president level. Like that would have been my mindset. But things do change, and I think the spouses need to talk to each other about like, here's where I'm feeling. Here's how I'm feeling. I remember, full on hand up. I almost had an emotional breakdown to Jen one time in the bathroom. Like I am not happy with where I'm headed in my career right now.
Was it in the last house?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I was in the bathroom. I was like, I cannot keep this up. This is not what I want. It was. Well,
it's good to know emotions don't freak me out after all, because I don't even remember that.
It wasn't emotional, but I say that with a tongue in cheek. It was more about, I was like, I think
I have a couple memories of you not being.
Going back to Jen, I guess to put a bow on this thing, I agree 1,000% that it does come down to communication.
All it is.
And the key is if there's two things I would recommend is understand how you communicate and how the communication may be received. And we've talked about this in the prior podcast. I really believe that understanding like your Enneagram and your love language, which are two different books and two different ways, schools of thought. If you understand what you are and what archetype you are and what your love languages are, we often try to communicate how we want to hear it, not how that other person needs to hear it to be received.
Right.
And it takes us to understand that other person. If that you understand who that other person is, like, okay, for me, for example, if there's conflict or things in there, or, just recently we had a disagreement on something, and I say I'm sorry, and then I try to justify and explain what I was doing. but it's how I'm wired because it's not that I'm trying to hurt you. I'm just trying to give you more information.
To me, it sounded like the apology was fake and
right.
was giving me an excuse.
But it has everything to do
thing.
because I'm a Enneagram 3. I'm a people pleaser, and I'm
That's not a people pleaser.
Well, no, it's part of it.
It's an achiever.
It's an achiever. No,
do you even know your Enneagram?
It's an
You're
achiever.
talking about Enneagrams,
It's
and
an
I feel
achiever
like you don't even
with
know.
the pleaser. It's like the wing 2, I guess what it is. So it's more emotional
That's the
based.
service. You're not that.
But no, it creates a personality that you want to keep peace within
Yeah.
the family. It has all the things on it.
That's
But
Enneagram 9.
I know you're missing the thing. You're an achiever. Anyway, you can do this, but it comes down to the point of like I do have this personality that I want. Again, I didn't look at it. You're like, tell me the fact, move on, show it through action. The end.
Well, here's another.
But again,
Another
I do want to say this.
Okay.
Knowing those things matter. They
Yeah.
at least help communicate. They open up dialogue for each other, and it shows at least you're working towards the understanding of the other person.
But mine will go a step before that. In order to do that, you're already in the mindset of like caring about the other person and putting the other person before you. And it is probably a staggering percentage of people who are married, but they still have a spouse or themselves who don't put the other one first, even though they're married and love each other. And I think we always need to have on like the glasses, because I can talk about this. I have struggled with a bout of resentment just for a tiny bit. That's how the whole blog and my whole career came about. I was definitely struggling with resentment as Mike was getting his master's, and I had 2 kids under 2. And I think it's really, really, really important for us to keep the benefit of the doubt glasses on at all times. And I think it's like, instead of getting so mad to the point of like, you hate this person, you have to give them a benefit of the doubt. They're not trying to hurt you on purpose and be mean. If they are trying to hurt you and be mean on purpose, then that's like big issues. Like that's bad.
Probably
like y'all
don't need to be in that relationship.
It's bad. That's like so mean, but most of us
If somebody has intention,
most of us
if somebody's
trying to
intentionally
hurt.
trying to hurt, whether it's physically, emotionally, or whatever it may be,
Yeah,
that is not a relationship.
That's
you
not
need
a
to
good
be in.
relationship. And my whole point is most people aren't. And so I think all of us struggle with resentment, can become a very selfish track of thinking about poor me, only me, he's doing this to me, she's doing this to me. And then we see red. Whereas with resentment, it really is about, this person loves me. Why do I feel this way? And it's about honestly starting with yourself first. And the life goals too is like, okay, these are my life goals. He might not share these life goals, but also just having conversations about it, trying to see their perspective, and also knowing that that person can change. They could soften, they could also harden. You don't know. But I think just honestly, communication,
dialogue,
talk about it.
We've
Constantly,
agreed.
not just once every 10 years.
What are your expectations?
Yeah.
Whether spoken or unspoken, and the thing is, you have to figure out the unspoken expectations people have prior to any relationship, even on relationships, because you don't know.
Yeah.
As a society, Western culture is very individualistic. We think about us first. It's the way we're wired.
Yeah.
Like, we will achieve through hard work and effort, but it's my effort, it's my work, it's all the things that we do. You move out of your parents' house, you get your own. That's the whole goal,
gotta
right?
grind.
You want to grind to go, and you want to create an individual society, individual nature, which in essence is a form of selfishness. Eastern culture, very communal. It just is. It's more family. People live a lot longer, together longer. There's more community involvement. Not that Americans don't have community, but it is more individualistic. So if we go through life from the time we're children, which are selfish, to adolescence, which is super selfish, right? Then into college, where it's about you and your goals and your grades, and then you meet somebody there, you meet somebody afterwards, it's still about you. And then suddenly, the first time you're having a compromise is in a real relationship, and if you keep evolving on, where it's just about you and you and you.
And it's not even a baby.
Yeah.
I feel like parents are whenever you have a child, it's the first time you have to truly be
But that is
unselfish.
where I think that's where the shock of
Yeah.
it comes in, when the challenge of parenthood, where people realize like, and I say this on full admittance to me, it's like, you don't know how selfish you are until you get married. And they don't realize how selfish you still are until you have your first kid. And they don't even realize how selfish you are until you have your second kid, right? Third kid, you're pretty much you have no more self to give at the point.
You're just tired. No, it's true.
But I remember when Vivian Burke was born, I was like, holy crap, now I'm doing like, it was like, here's the baby. I have to do, like, it's, you have everything, you start to be taken up and consuming. And the truth is it makes you a better person. Your perspective of being selfish, when you give and help other people, it's weird. It's you kind of helping other people, whether it's your own family, other people, you get so much internal on it. And it's almost like kind of selfish, because you're actually getting a lot in return as well. Right?
No, I think God intended that as like a natural incentive.
You're like, oh my gosh, there's so much joy in this.
Incentive?
There's really is a lot of joy.
Yeah.
And it's like, people, again, this is some people that may not have kids out there. It's like, if you're on the fence, I mean, I say do it, but because it literally is.
We don't know them. Don't say that.
No, I mean, kids are,
kids are awesome. But okay, we need to go on to the next one because we spent like 30 minutes on this one. That was a good one. And obviously there's a lot of different avenues on that one topic.
Did you read that one?
You read that one. If you could swap lives with each other, what would be the first thing you would do as each other? Courtney LP12. Oh, I'm going first. I'm going to go outside and pee. I'm just kind of curious. We're swapping bodies, right? Oh, swap lives?
You just want to see what it is to stand up and pee outside?
I'm thinking we're swapping bodies. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to pee standing up because I'm curious. I just want to see how it feels. I want to do that. 2, I'm going to go lift as heavy as your body will allow me because I'm not able to lift that heavy. Okay. I'm going to go swing a golf club, even if I'm really sucky at it with your body. I'm going to do it.
Yep. Me too. I'm going to go pee outside, see what it feels like to have to wipe your bottom with a leaf. I just want to know what that feels like.
I'm just picturing me just butt naked squatting in the backyard. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to put on makeup. I don't know.
He's going to be out here having me looking like a clown, like a actual rodeo clown. I'm going to go somewhere late at night and not look behind my back when I walk around. I'm just going to walk.
I'm going to do the same thing because I know.
You should figure out, as my dad says,
I'm going to go into a bar and see what happens. See how many drinks I can get for free. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ladies' night.
Yeah, you are. With my body? Don't do anything crazy.
That's true.
It's respect my body, please.
But I know.
Okay.
I know. I wouldn't do anything because I would come back.
No, you know what he'd do? He'd just sit on a couch and just
probably
be like,
grab my boobs.
Yeah,
I'd probably touch my butt a lot and grab my boobs. That's probably the.
That's good.
It's pretty awesome. I would do that.
What else would I do? This is fun.
Honestly, I would definitely touch my boobs. I know that.
Probably
the first thing I would do.
Yeah. Ooh. And then I just want to go. I'm trying to think of like.
Then I would
something men experience that
You get kicked in the nuts. See what that feels like.
Oh, I want to go get a vasectomy. That way I can be like, that was freaking not that hard. You all are freaking wimps.
I didn't say it was hard.
So you're getting a second vasectomy.
I said the vasectomy was like going to the dentist. It wasn't. It was just weird. It was uncomfortable.
No, you were fine. But there's a lot of little babies out there,
dude. It did suck.
All right.
Sitting on it felt like as I tell you. No.
It's a cut.
No.
It's
it is
a
not
laser
a cut.
cut.
No. Yes, but it feels like somebody blasted you in your ball sack, and you had the residual pain about like 4 minutes afterwards, and it just stays. It's kind of gone, but it's there.
How long does it stay?
2 days.
Oh.
It's worse than childbirth.
Oh, 2 days of uncomfort.
It is uncomfortable.
Help us.
We had a friend who went and mowed his lawn and had elephantitis of his ball sack. Remember?
Well, they said don't do that.
Okay, well that happened. So that probably feels awful. I don't want that. I didn't have that happen. So I sat on the couch, played video games. It was great. It was glorious.
That was actually a really good question. I like that question.
The biggest tip for getting into social media as a job. That one's from Blooming Acre.
Wait.
At Blooming Acre.
Say it again.
The biggest tips for getting into social media as a job. That's from at Blooming Acre.
Okay. I would say start on TikTok. Given right now.
I mean, I suppose.
TikTok and YouTube. Honestly.
I don't. You want my advice? Be you. Don't focus on the algorithms. Put the stuff out there. If you make really great content, people are going to find it. You got to obviously have to have some business strategy about it. But if you overgrind and try to do it just for the algorithm, you're going to end up chasing a bunch of followers who really probably don't give a crap about you. Mm-hmm. And you need to just put out really good content, keep grinding away, find people that want to support you, other people in the same level of following, and work with them and do that without having to like think about the anxiety of just trying to like every moment thinking about it just having to be a job.
That's what I've never wanted.
I know.
And whenever it starts to feel like job-like, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a little less for a minute, like because I never want it to feel like a job, even though it is a job. I would say definitely be you. I would say hot hot take. I would say do not do any brand deals until you're a certain size, like a certain size following. I would say just focus on finding your people, have fun content. I am a little biased because that's how I did it. And I did that for 4 years before I took my first brand deal. And it honestly helped. I had found a large group of people. And so there was just a lot of good things. I instantly started being able to be extremely picky with brands because the amount I do is a fraction of what gets put across my desk. And that's a blessing to not have to take brands that I don't want to work with because I skipped it. So I would say do it. Like build your community and then just be patient, and the brands, and that will always be there.
I think
do it later.
I think people that think it's going to happen quick, it's sort of like the get rich quick schemes are like, oh, you just got to do this and you're going to follow my book. You're going to get rich quick. And if somebody's telling you that, it's probably not true. You're not going to sell a book on it because it is about consistency. It's like running it. If you're going to run it like a business, you got to be consistent.
Mike has a lot of opinions on being.
I do. I know. I'm not a social media, but I would say if you're going to watch it and you look at it as a business, it's like any other job that you're going to do.
Yeah.
If you do it,
I treat it as a 9 to 5.
If you do it as,
sure.
if you do, well,
when I started,
when you did,
my gosh, bigger than 9 to 5, probably.
Before you were even
like 8 to 6, every day.
You were writing blog posts
a day.
You would post them at certain, because you were writing a lot at the time. You were writing a lot.
Well, that's blogging days. I'm even talking about when I first started my Instagram. Oh my gosh, it was full time, nonstop, grinding every single day. Didn't stop for lunch. Had a brand new newborn, and I loved it. I thought it was so fun. Again, wasn't making any money.
Just stories. It was all real time. Yeah. That if you build it on a lie, if you build it on something fake,
you have to keep up that fake.
That's going to be the most exhausting thing in the world ever. I would actually agree with Jen. I think YouTube and I think YouTube is probably the longest, most sustainable one. Very hard to break into something big. You can market
on TikTok.
You can market on TikTok now. Instagram's still not going anywhere. Facebook has its places for business and stuff, but it's, pick your platform, work with other people that are going to help you grow, be authentic. And, even if it's, you want to show how to repair a car, there's a need for that. There's a thing to do. Just do it in your voice.
I agree.
Yeah. And also be realistic that if you work for it and it's not growing and not grinding, it's, doesn't mean give up. Maybe you got to pivot.
I also don't think it's everyone's journey. I hate to say it like that. It sounds like awful to say because it is my journey. I'm not trying to be like that. Everyone can try. But the cold, hard truth is like, I could sit here and be like, yes, I did this. Or I could say how I actually feel, which is I got lucky. I got in at the right time. Yes, I put a lot of work and effort into it. Do I feel like other things like personality and content have to do with it? 100% I do. But I also think I got very lucky. I rode the wave when it first started before it was even a job. And right now it's so hard. It's much harder to get into for people starting out because it's so saturated. Everyone wants to do it. And so
we could talk, if you
I'm just trying to be real about it.
If you can listen to last week's episode, you talked a lot about that.
There's luck in there. There's luck in, I think in my story, there's a lot of luck in it as well. And it's timing, and it was a blessing.
Opportunity.
Sure. Opportunity.
God, I look at that as God. There will be opportunities that God will put in front of you, and it is up to us to walk through it when those opportunities are there.
It's true.
And sometimes, I'm thinking of the analogy or the paraphrase. It's like luck favors the ready, right? So it's like
that makes sense,
right? So if you're always ready, a little luck's going to seem to come your way more because you've already prepared for it. You've already been ready, and that opportunity to call it luck. Do
you think I'm still ready?
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of slow now. I'm not as ready. I'm like,
what does that
I'm
mean?
kind of ready.
That doesn't mean anything. I don't know what that
tired.
means.
Trying to keep up with the kids' schedules. I'm like, less actually sounds awesome. Yeah. So does that make me less ready?
No.
I still think I'm highly motivated, as a person. Right. I'm not saying I'm not, but okay. Anyways. Is it me or you?
It's you.
Me. Would you rather get a root canal or a colonoscopy by his curly girl?
Colonoscopy.
100%. I kind of want to know what's going on in there anyway.
Yeah. I have to get one this year. 50.
Can I watch?
Why?
I just want to see what happens.
You want to operate the camera?
Yes.
Interesting.
They do.
They actually use a iPhone now. They just kind of shove it in there.
No, they don't.
I just give a piece and she can cut this out.
Yeah.
Do you both know the prep for a colonoscopy?
Yeah, I do. I've been through one.
You can't eat?
Yeah. I'll talk about that.
You have to crap your pants the whole
You don't crap your pants. You crap in the toilet.
You don't.
Charity, keep this in. I don't know if you hear Haley over there popping off about how the prep worked.
My mom had to do one.
Yeah, you drink this. You drink basically a medicine that clears you out, and you have like explosive liquid poop for a couple times until the point where you're literally pooping clear. That's what they want to get until your poop is clear.
Canal?
A root canal is nothing. They numb your mouth and you're done within like an hour and a half.
But I also want to gain the knowledge of my.
But then you have to. But you have a root canal. You have pain. You got your mouth you're dealing with. Like, it's all packed in. It can get infected.
Yeah.
I would rather put a camera up your butt.
Yes, 100%.
You are put under. You have anesthesia, and then you walk out, and it's not like you.
Again, guys, I want to know what's going on up there. Yeah. I'm really in it for the data and knowledge.
Well, hey, we can follow. I mean, look, like I said, it's my 50th.
So colonoscopy.
They actually do recommend at 45, just so people know they changed the guidelines. So at above 45, you are recommended to get a colonoscopy, and now it's at 50. I think 50. It's every 5 years.
I'm kind of excited to see how it looks up there for you.
It looks like I don't know, like your hand inside. It's just It looks like the inside of your mouth, kind of.
Well, I haven't gotten to explore that part of you, and so I'm excited to do it from a camera.
Cool.
I'm not going to do anything around that butthole without a barrier of a lens.
That was a nice short one after that. Colonoscopy for the win.
Okay. What's your question?
What are the fave ways to connect? What are your fave ways to connect during this phase of life busy with kids? That's from Trisha17. At Trisha17. Yeah. What are your fave ways to connect with? Fave ways. I don't say that's literally what it's written.
It's because they're trying to keep
What
it
are
short.
your favorite ways to connect during this phase of life, busy with kids?
TV. I like watching our shows. I don't think that's bad. Is that bad?
No, not me and you. Is it mean?
Yeah.
For us?
Yeah, to stay connected, right?
Give
me the card.
I thought it may be with the whole family.
No, it's us.
I read it. Okay, I thought you meant like, let's get the family and watch TV together.
No, me and you.
Sure, a little chill time.
That's what we do. Yeah. We watch TV.
I prefer the right after TV activities. So.
All right.
But I also like vacationing with you a lot.
Yes.
I think that's a lot of fun.
We only do that like once a year together without the kids.
Yeah, I mean, even going on vacation, going with the kids, going to stuff like.
Oh, we go through phases. So like we
games.
played. Oh my gosh, we go through games. So last year we went and visited my grandma at her place, and we played hand and foot for a few hours with her. And so then we were on a big hand and foot craze. We did that for like 2 months every night together. And then now we're in the mahjong phase. So we play mahjong together.
Maj.
But it's either maj or TV time. We talk while we're like getting ready. So like I'm taking off my makeup and getting dressed. That's when we're having.
I get all the tennis updates.
He loves it. He loves the tennis updates for the record.
Well, even if I didn't, I would get them.
Yes. That's his current state. Yes. And so we talk, and then, to put it this way, at the end of every single night, we put the kids to bed. We both go into our bedroom because we're upstairs with the kids. Yeah. And then we both
chill for a second.
We chill, and we're like, what do we want to do tonight? And like one night out of the week, I'll be like, I have shows I want to watch. Can you please go play video games with your friends? And then he goes and plays video games with his friends. But every other night, we're like, do you want to watch a show? Do you want to play mahjong? That's pretty much, that's what we're doing right now. We TV or we maj together. We have shows we watch.
We've been into oil painting, so I've been doing that.
That's lies. He's like so lying. He's like, man, we sound boring with this TV and mahjong. How can we spice this up? But that's a cold, hard truth. We are watching shows.
Yeah, we've been doing organic farming in the backyard.
Okay, next question.
Which, by the way, we watched that show on Netflix, which is surprisingly funny, from Zach Galifianakis.
This is a gardening show?
It's surprisingly funny and weirdly educational.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it.
So yeah, now we could do an organic farm.
And
Jenna literally she goes, I want to make a garden.
Yeah.
I want to do a garden.
No, I said
Haley would love it. She would help out.
I want to grow tomatoes. That's what I said.
I mean, it would be. We have a mulberry tree, which is pretty awesome. Yeah. Like the kids do love it, and they're like, "Oh, it's like a snack."
Okay, next question. What other kids' names did y'all have picked out? I love your kids' names by Kayla Berkey.
What was the first part?
Thank you, Kayla. What are some other kids' names y'all had picked out?
Oh,
we didn't have a ton. We kind of used what we had.
Yeah, your first. Thankfully, no. Look, actually, I don't want to say this as any because the kids' names of that. That's awesome. Every kid becomes a name. One name that I wasn't.
But say it correctly.
Well, Jen, Jagger. Jagger.
Not Jaeger, like Jaeger bombs.
Jagger.
It's Jagger.
No, you were saying Jagger.
Never in my life would I say Jaeger.
Well, I can't pronounce that word because it would have come out Jagger to me.
Oh, it's Jagger.
Jagger.
So I liked the name.
It would sound like Jogger if I was saying it. That wasn't my favorite name. However, it is kind of a cool name.
Well, you're lying just to be nice right now.
I mean, it's cool. It's a coolish name. Like every name that kid becomes, it's that person. I've never met a person like the kid's name was like wallpaper. You'd be like, oh, that's cool.
No, I'll admit I'm glad we didn't go Jagger. I will say that. I'm glad.
Maddox was a cool name.
Maddox was another one I liked. Yep. But that got super popular when Vaughn was born.
Because that's where we were on Maddox Road when we...
Yeah, his townhome's on Maddox Road, so it like tied to that too.
Lucas was a name that I liked.
I didn't like Lucas for Lucas Mucus.
But I liked Lucas because that was
a family name.
Family name.
Yeah. Mike also wanted to name Von Michael, which was absolutely never, ever being entertained. And
so
that was a fight.
My dad's name is Michael as well.
It's
not
very
technically
confusing.
a junior because of different middle names. And I was like, we'll kind of keep that tradition. And that got squashed. But it's fine. Actually, it's fine because I couldn't.
But it's fine.
No, it is fine. Vaughn, it is totally fine.
My thing was, I just wanted him to be his own person, and I didn't want another confusing of who's Mike and Michael, but they're not junior or senior because they don't have the same middle name. It's just then why do that? I don't get that. No offense, Sue.
Hey.
So I didn't want to do that.
Well, now one of our kids gets to name their kid Michael if they want, and there's no confusion. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
So then, what else for the girls? Berkeley came very quickly.
Berkeley was going to be Emerson or Emmy.
That's right. I like that name.
I did too. It's very popular though around her age as well.
But I did like
lots of Emersons. Emerson and Emmy. So ultimately, I'm still good with our choice. She became Berkeley.
You wanted Tyler.
I wanted Tyler for Vivi. Vivi was going to be.
I liked Vivi, so that was.
So Vivian came down to two names. It was either Tyler or Tyler Kate or Vivian Kate. Vivi Kate. And so I let Mike choose because I pretty much steamrolled Vaughn and Berkeley and said, this is what we're naming our kids.
If people have heard this, you probably might have heard the story. Vaughn was a name, the day we found out Jen was pregnant in California, we were at this pottery place and there was a little boy running around. The mom was like, Vaughn, get back here. He was
being naughty,
yeah,
for sure.
And she's like, what was his name? I think you even asked her.
I did ask her.
She's like, oh my gosh, that's a really cool name. And I'm like, that's a cool name.
No, Mike did not like the name, but I held strong and we did
Well, I have a different memory.
You do. You did not like that name.
Somehow convinced myself that is not the way I want it. And my response was, I agree.
To be fair, I think, that's absolutely not how it went. To be fair, though, I don't think you hated it. You were just like, let's just keep thinking.
Yeah,
you wanted more options. Yeah.
Because I like names that have meaning.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure there was a good meaning behind it.
I broke you of that.
Well,
so that's good.
And VAUGH literally translates to little. And I was like, oh, great. I'm already shorter than average man. That's going to be awesome if you guess my genetics. If you look that up and you're like mucus. Yeah. So VON it was a Nordic meaning that it was of light. I'm like, that's right. That's awesome. I love that. Or in German, it just means of. And his middle name is Michael. So it's of Michael, which is also true.
Oh my gosh. That's like narcissistic.
But see,
I could tell him anything. And as long as he believes
I ought to have a story behind it.
He's going to be happy. I got to have
a story. It feels better.
Did not care about the meaning. I'm like, I just like the name. And they're going to be who they are.
Berkeley's
the meaning
a beautiful
means nothing.
birch field. And I was like, that's
birch tree.
Tree field. Or it's like multiple, yes. Okay. But yeah, I was like, that's one of the most beautiful trees. What is the house thing to splurge or skip on? And that is from Ashton's05. At Ashton's05, great question. Jen will answer that.
I would say...
Splurge on your backyard.
I mean, that is a good one, but I was not thinking that. I was thinking you splurge on the stuff you want in your kitchen because we are 75% of the houses we're in the kitchen.
The backyard thing, how much time we spend back there.
Oh my gosh, we love it.
We had a place that grass would not grow, so we actually put some turf back there, and we use it all the time.
I will say, when you have a good outdoor space, or good can be different things, but whatever you feel like makes it nice and special, small, big, well decorated, not decorated, but houses pets or bird, whatever brings you joy. Yep. I feel like it encourages a healthier lifestyle naturally because you want to be out there and use that space. Yeah. Whereas if you have a yard that's decrepit and there's weeds and you can't even walk outside because it's, I don't know, inhibited by something, you stay inside. Yep. And so it's not as healthy. Yeah.
Here's a hot take. If you're in the South and you can't go out in the summer without start on fire, like in Texas, a pool is a game changer. Oh, yeah. And they're horrible. The one thing is I remember back early when we first started buying homes, it was a pool is such a bad investment. You're never going to get your money back. Mm-hmm. and there's probably a little bit of truth
It's a
to that.
quality of life when
But
you're
it
there.
comes down to the quality of life and
Yeah.
the memories you create and the amount of times that we've done things, just being outside with our kids and having something for them to do. Obviously, different phase of life. If you're,
I would
just
get an
you two.
above ground pool. I would
Something.
get whatever could help, like whatever could be done.
The kitchen. What do you skip on? What's the skip on? Like, don't bother, not worth it.
I don't spend a lot of money on light fixtures and any kind of fixtures like
Used
in
to.
upstairs areas that are just like for the kids or the family.
Oh, you mean like
I
the spare bedrooms?
Our upstairs bedrooms have like $100 fans.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere.
Jen would spend the place where she invested for good lighting would be like the main rooms, the kitchen
Where you have guests.
area, like where there's
kitchen
guests and it's
living.
more the thing. But yeah, like all the kids' rooms have super basic. They're like stock stuff. They look fine now.
It's fine.
They look fine. Just no one cares.
No one
The
cares.
kids don't care.
I would say if you're asking me like for a budgetary reason, I would say in the main areas is where you put your money because that's where you spend most of your time and where you have guests over. And then in the bedrooms, it's like, why?
Yep.
No, that's just me.
Yeah, and from an investment standpoint, if you're investing in, say you're in your first home and you're doing it, don't bother with hardwood floors. Get LVP.
Ooh, don't
or
overinvest.
Don't,
That's big,
don't
big, big. You can
overinvest.
lose money quickly.
You can because then because as long as it's safe, you're going to update your floors and they're old, super old tiles. Get a manufactured wood. There's nothing wrong with it. They are real wood. You're going to save a ton. They can lay down. It'll save you labor.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the people that aren't going to buy it aren't going to pay the premium for real hardwood floors.
Well, the real estate, that's where like the real estate knowledge comes into play. Whereas like you have to know your market and where you are in your price point, and then you need to put things in your home that look nice but are within what people would buy in
price
that
range
price
of what
point.
the
So like
ROI would be.
LVP,
And
luxury
they look
vinyl
great.
plank, they look
so
great.
many of these things they look incredible.
They look great, but the sad truth is like you can do all the things you want. You can put in the fancy hardware, you can put in restoration hardware, lighting, or other things. I'm like, why am I not thinking of other light sources right at this second? You can do all those things and it will look phenomenal, but the problem is you might have made a $200,000 home into a $500,000 home, but it's not going to sell for that, whether you think it or not, because people will go off of what's around it. So you will outprice yourself of a neighborhood. Why would they buy there when they can go three neighborhoods down where all the homes are 500 plus and it's a different feel? So like, and another thing is like, it goes the other way. If you're renovating a $1 million plus home, you need to put things to that caliber. Otherwise, the buyers will walk through it and be like,
oh,
this is not,
why
what
does
is
it-
this? Like it's every buyer in that price point has a mindset and it's so factual and it's so true. And so being really smart whenever you're,
but if you want,
renovating
if you're going to
things.
update your kitchen, new paint.
we did that for the show though. Like we literally would be like, this is over investing. We love, and so we would tell them, they'd be like, a couple of people were like, I don't care. We're dying here. And there's a couple that
And
show.
that's fine as well. If that-
100%. We were in a neighborhood with homes for like 200, 300,000 and they literally had like the most stunning porcelain throughout their entire kitchen. I was like, this is way over what they'll probably ever get back, but they're staying there.
because
They don't
it's
care.
their home and there's the mat. But if you're going to do something like increase value, and I don't even know if that's the purpose of it, but like if your home is nice and you're happy with it and you're just trying to keep up the Joneses, probably better places to spend your money.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing something like functional that really is there, you got new paint on your cabinets, a new backsplash, and a counter, the proper stone. You can do that on a pretty affordable budget
You kind of
by not having to do all
yes.
customs.
I kind of think of like your first and second home. You've got to think of it as a really smart investing game. This is not your forever home. So anything that you're buying to up this home, it needs to be something you can take with you into your forever home. Everything else has a price tag limit and you need to know that and you need to have information. So if you're going to go, it sounds like you're disconnecting from your house. No, not what I'm saying at all. You need to love it and need to enjoy it. But again, if you are not dying in this house and you will sell, congratulations, you're in a game right now. And you're going to try to get as much money out of this home as possible as it appreciates in value. And you do not want to overstep that. Otherwise, you're going to go into your second home with less money than you did potentially your first.
Unless again,
it's a game.
Then actually I agree with that, but it funny contradicts exactly what I said earlier. Like get a pool, but we get the right kind of pool, I suppose, because I love it. I mean, it's the thing is.
Well, no, we weren't talking about the forever home at that point versus
but there's a lot of people that aren't in that forever home phase.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Good answer.
That was a lot of good questions. Thank you so much for submitting. We even have some that we haven't gotten to, so we'll save it for the next season. But it has been an amazing season 1.
It's fun. It's a good season. I
No,
like it.
season 2. It's been an amazing season 2.
1.5. 1.75.
Season 2. Thank y'all so much for listening. Again, we will not be taking another 2-year break. We're going to be taking a few months off for the summer. We jump back on. If you have not listened to every single episode of You, Me, and Mike, we now have like over 40 episodes. Yeah. I promise you don't have to listen to them in order. We cover topics. Really, season 1 goes really deep into like our personal story, how we met, our life goals, problems we've had, how my business started, how our businesses started. And so you can really catch back up with that whole catalog of stuff that we have. I just flipped through a few of the ones because there are a lot of questions that were submitted, which is awesome. There's some really good ones here. Yeah. We got to start. We don't want to start the next season out with some of these ones because these are really good questions. Yeah, for sure. I like these questions. Well, cheers to a good season 2. This is a lot of fun. Yeah, thanks, Jen. I appreciate it. And thank you, everyone, for following. Touch your fingers, thank you. Thanks, everyone, for following along. Yeah. Keep following along. Catch up with the old episodes if you haven't. And have a great early summer. Yes. Happy summer. If you have any questions or topics you want us to cover or guests you want us to have on for season 3, we said we were going to do more guests and we didn't. We did one. We did one. Jane Latman. That was a really good episode. At least I thought so. Yeah. But if you have any questions, comments, or concern, please email you, me, and Mike. No, wait. Please email you, me, and Mike podcast@gmail.com. Do check those emails. Thanks again for listening. And shout out to Haley and Charity for all the hard work they've put into this as well to make it successful. And Andrew. And we got 3 people constantly working on making this podcast happening, from filming, editing, producing, getting brands on, sponsors for the video. So it's definitely a small group effort, but a group effort nonetheless. And we like it that way. So thank you for listening so we can actually make this possible and keep recording, because it really does bring us a lot of joy. I love it. Yeah. Picks me up. Well, cheers to almost summer. Happy summer, guys, and we will catch you on season 3 of You, Me, and Mike. Or as Alexa says, catch you on the flippity flop. Catch you on the flippity flop. Bye, guys.